kudumisha amani, ufanisi na heri ya jimbo letu na nchi yetu na wale ambao haja zao wamezikabidhi mikononi mwetu. Amina. Order, honorable members. Clerk, read the orders.
Orders of the day. Today, Tuesday, 18th February 2025 at 2:30 p.m. Order number 1, administration of oath.
Next order.
Order number 2, communication from the chair. Order number 3, messages.
Next order.
Order number 4, petitions.
Next order.
Order number 5, papers.
Leader of the major party.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I beg to lay the following paper. Order of the County Assembly for the coming week. Business of the County Assembly for the coming week. I lay.
Next order.
Order number 6, notices of motion.
Chairperson, Committee on Education. Chairperson, Committee on Education. Give a notice of motion. Yeah, just a minute. Just a minute, Chairperson. We deliberated on this matter yesterday, clerk, and it was decided. It's about the Bursary Committee. It was deliberated that the committee was to meet, look into the matter, and report. Why is it in the order paper? Proceed, Chairperson. Chairperson, proceed.
Thank you. Honorable Speaker, I beg to give notice of the following motion, that this Assembly adopts the report of the Committee on ICT, Education and Internship on consideration of the nomination of County Bursary Committee members for the period 2024-2027, laid on the table of the Assembly on 17th February 2025. Thank you.
Is that what was to be communicated? Did the committee meet? Is the committee sitting today? Did the committee meet? So, on the matter that was deliberated yesterday, what was the advice of the committee?
Yes, today we met at noon, and as a committee, we've resolved to move ahead and give a notice of the motion because of three main reasons. One, the report on the consideration of the nomination of the County Bursary Committee members for the period 24-27 should be prioritized for the passage by the Assembly as soon as possible, as it is already overdue, and it is not going to affect anything else except for the bursaries. Two, the issues raised by honorable members during the tabling of the said report yesterday can be addressed with the help of the bursary committee, county bursary committee, once it is in place. So if we do not have the bursary committee in place, those matters may not even be discussed and will not be solved. Three, it is worth noting that the bursary checks have not been disbursed, and any issues raised should be considered separately to avoid delaying the constitution of the committee on county bursary committee, that is. Thank you. Those are the three main issues. So anything else, this is a priority, and the minister is also expectant that this assembly can pass those names. Without those names, we will not have bursary checks out. So that is it. That is the communication from the Committee on ICT and the Department on ICT, and that is the stand. So those three main issues, which I have clearly indicated and comprehensively discussed up there, are the main reasons why we are going ahead and doing this notice. The notice is only on committee membership. There is nothing else. And without the membership of the committee, of the county bursary committee, the minister can do nothing. And she will not bring the bursaries. And she will not give out the checks because they have not been discussed. Thank you very much. I have heard a lot of noise from that side. Maybe you can ask. Why are you shouting? Why don't you ask for the speaker to give you the mic? Why are you shouting like street people?
Honorable leader of minority, did you use the word street people? Yes. You must withdraw and apologize or exit the chamber forthwith. There is no debate about it. You just do as directed. We do not have street people here. The citizens likening this chamber is limited to members. We are not in a public baraza where you have an option saying, I was referring to people on the left or on right. So you withdraw. I have given you two options. And there are not more than two. You withdraw and apologize to this house, or withdraw from chamber forthwith for the remainder of this sitting. It's derogatory to address members of the county assembly as street. Tap the mic. ICT, address this laptop. Answered, address this laptop. Do you have answered recorders? Leader of Minority, I had indicated before the machine went off that you withdraw and apologize on the remark that you have made. If there is anything else that you want to say in view of anything that is affecting you, you will say it after. Proceed.
No problem. I withdraw and apologize.
Fair enough.
That's what we wanted.
It is a requirement of the standing orders. It is not the speaker. You've been here for more than a year. If you do not know that what you have said, it is not a requirement of the speaker. It is not a requirement of Mbilu. It is the standing orders that you saw to, that you must use language that has respect to other members. It's not me, I'm only presiding. Honorable Kalunda, read the standing orders, and you are a scholar, you are a PhD student, as you say. So, Honorable Kalunda, reread, and you will find that if a member wrongs you, just raise the matter with the speaker, and the speaker will be on your side to ensure that your rights are protected. I am just advising you as provided for in the standing orders. Honorable Kalunda, what is your point of order and who is not in order?
It's very straightforward. I have listened to you keenly, and I have gone through the standing orders many, many times. And
what is your point of order? Is it in order?
No, I'm standing on a point of information for you to clarify, not a point of.
You want to be you seeking?
I want you to clarify to me.
So it can't be point of information.
It's a point
you
of.
are seeking the indulgence of the chair.
I'm seeking the entire yes.
On an issue
that's
that you want.
That's a correct one. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. That's a correct one. Now I'm seeking your intelligence to get to know if you can listen to my speech and force me to withdraw a statement, and you cannot listen to the other side to force them to withdraw a statement.
You are out of order. I did not force you. I told you, according to the requirements of the standing orders of this House, you have two options. One, you withdraw the statement that you've made in this honorable House.
That's not.
Or if you feel it is not fair enough, you withdraw from the chamber.
That's not a
I did not force you.
I'm saying.
Proceed.
Sorry. I want also to withdraw that. I want to seek your intelligence. If you can selectively listen to members, from this side, you can feel they have gone against standing orders, but on the other side, you cannot feel and you cannot listen to them when they are mutilating the standing orders, Honorable Speaker. That's my question.
Okay.
That's my question, because you were clearly, because Honorable Member for Kilili shouted at me 4 times, and you did nothing about that. And I explained to him that I'm not going to allow this assembly to be a street place, Honorable Speaker.
You have no authority
and
to
I said
allow.
That.
You have no authority to allow. Again, you are out of order.
Thank you. I can be out of order, but your conscience tells you correctly that Honorable Muso started this, because I did not start by shouting. It is him who shouted at me. He had the opportunity to ask for the mic here, and you allow him to speak to this response, Honorable Speaker, and you failed to do that, Honorable Speaker. That is why that chair is controlled by a person, not a robot, Honorable Speaker. You can listen to both sides, Honorable Speaker. Yesterday I stood here, and I asked for the same issue, because you took 3 to 4 members from that side, and you did not allow us to.
Honorable Kalunda.
And we requested for the same,
Honorable Kalunda.
This assembly is a democracy.
Honorable Kalunda.
You have to listen to everybody. I remember last week, this week, the party leader for Wiper was guiding speakers on how to listen to these assemblies, Honorable Speaker, even the National Assembly, and he spoke to the same. And having been a long-serving member of parliament and also a deputy speaker for 5 years, he was on record saying, you listen to members from both sides, Honorable Speaker. Now, this time, you don't want to listen to this side, Honorable Speaker. Here, I'm not representing myself. I represent people of Kikombole South, and on top of that, I also represent this side, Honorable Speaker, including my party secretary general, Honorable Speaker. And you don't want me to get the opportunity and platform to express what this side wants to say in this assembly, Honorable Speaker. The democracy doesn't allow that, Honorable Speaker. The democracy, the ethos of the democracy, you have to listen to both sides, Honorable Speaker. And when it comes to voting, the people who vote with the biggest number, you proclaim them, Honorable Speaker. Now, but you taking sides, Honorable Speaker. And I'm just getting concerned because my members here are also getting concerned that this side of the High Honorable Speaker is not well represented, Honorable Speaker, in your speakership, Honorable Speaker. So it would have been good, Honorable Speaker, we work together because your job is to listen to both sides, Honorable Speaker. And even when you are being voted here, the Speaker is not voted by a particular side, Honorable Speaker. You are a Speaker of all members, and that's why you saw the courts pronounce themselves last week, Honorable Speaker, that the Speaker for National Assembly cannot be a party leader, Honorable Speaker. And those are the issues we are laying bare in this assembly, Honorable Speaker. So here, when you look at me, it is not the person of Kalonda. This is the leader of minority, Honorable Speaker. And I have equal members on this side, Honorable Speaker. I'm just first among equals. We are all equals here, Honorable Speaker. And I'm just first among equals, Honorable Speaker. And I have to represent to those issues, Honorable Speaker. So those are the issues I wish, if this assembly is fair and transparent and giving equal opportunities to everybody, Honorable Speaker, it will start with the leader of minority and the leader of majority, Honorable Speaker. So those are the issues I wanted to clarify, and it is very unfortunate that a very high-ranking member, like Honorable Mutuku, can shout me while I'm reading the report of a committee, Honorable Speaker, and you did not hear that, and you did not listen to that, and you did not control that member, who is a high-ranking member, Honorable Speaker, and we respect him, Honorable Speaker. It's very unfortunate, and I wish, going forward, Honorable Speaker, you listen to both sides, you take the best route for this assembly.
Honorable S.G. Mwoki.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, on the issue at hand, the issue that was raised by Honorable Kalonda, the Speaker, I believe Honorable Kalonda is right and is justified to say what he's saying. Mr. Speaker, when you listen to proceedings in the Senate or in the National Assembly, Mr. Speaker, or another assembly of Commonwealth countries, Mr. Speaker, when a member tries to shout, when another member is on the floor, Mr. Speaker, you hear Honorable Moses Wetangula, the Speaker of National Assembly, telling somebody, order, order member for, order, honorable member, order. Try to control the house, Mr. Speaker. In this case, Mr. Speaker, Honorable Muso is shouting to Honorable Kalonda when he is on the floor. In this case, Mr. Speaker, we expect you as the chair and the leader of this assembly, Mr. Speaker, to order Honorable Muso to stop what he's doing. And if it's something which is burning, Mr. Speaker, there is the way to communicate to the Speaker. I press this button, Mr. Speaker, and you have allowed me to say what I want to say. So, Mr. Speaker, you are our leader. We love you. We love our members. We are our colleagues. They belong to Wiper Party. We belong to Muungano Party and Independent, Mr. Speaker. And we would like to see, because we are all serving the people of Makueni, we'd like to see you telling Ms. Honorable Muso, order Honorable Muso. Honorable Kalonda is on the floor. There is Sunday he shouted to me, Mr. Speaker, and because I'm a senior member, senior citizen, Mr. Speaker, somebody is over 60 years, Mr. Speaker. Like, he is my younger brother, Honorable Tuku. Actually, he told me to walk out when I was contributing, Mr. Speaker. But I did not take it serious at that time, Mr. Speaker. But where it has reached, Mr. Speaker, and listening to what's happening in the social media, Mr. Speaker, we have to be concerned. And as a Secretary General of Party, I have to be concerned, seriously concerned, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, when our colleagues, We are not blaming party, Mr. Speaker. When our colleagues issue press statements saying we need to all to belong to one party, Mr. Speaker is telling us to cross over to the other side and we start from there. And this house is democratic, Mr. Speaker. We sit here as the opposition and our leader is Honorable Kalunda. When Honorable Mutuku shouts, when our leader is on the floor, Mr. Speaker, and you are seated on the chair, and I did not hear you, Mr. Speaker, saying, order, Honorable Mutuku. Order, Mr. Speaker. Because that is the procedure, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, we pray that you balance this house, this is your house, Mr. Speaker, so that we can serve the people of Makueni. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable members, I did indeed ask Honorable Kalunda, the leader of the minority party in the County Assembly of Makueni, to withdraw remarks that he made in respect to his address or his remarks, or withdraw from the chamber. Honorable members, when the Speaker gives a member a microphone, like I have just given to Honorable Mwoki, my attention and my pen and a paper was to Honorable Mwoki. So I will pick what you say, and including what you say, whether it is in order or not in order, and I take responsibility of what you say because I've given you an opportunity to speak. So if you make a mistake or you deserve to be applauded at the end of conclusion of your remarks, I will indicate that is well put, Honorable Mwoki, or I will tell you you are out of order. If that is a case study, I gave the chairperson, not the leader of the minority party. You know, you have to choose when you want to be leader of the minority, member of Kipumbuli South, SG, and a chairperson. The subject matter is a report of the Committee on Education. Honorable Kalunda rose as a member and the chairperson, Committee on Education. I've heard that you have requested that your leader should be respected. When he was on the floor, he was representing a committee's position. A committee's position report, which I have a report, which reads, and it has 3 points, and he has eloquently put them across as the position of the committee on matters of adoption of the committee members into the bursary committee. Now, what I was handling was a committee business, and our member who was contributing for the chairperson Committee on Education in respect to this matter. Your statements on how the leader of the minority party and the minority party leadership and the party should be respected. I'm lost. Honorable Mwoki. To Honorable Kalunda, when I gave you a microphone, I was listening to you moving the motion. You did very well. And I read the last one. It's worth noting that this process should not be interfered because of ABCD. And as you finished and I was following what the member is saying, he made a remark that was before my eyes and my ears, that this is not a street whatever, what he has said. And I asked him to withdraw that statement from answered, apologize to this house, because this is a house, and they had earlier indicated that we don't choose to be here. We choose to contest, but we are brought here by the people. So this is a honorable house. This house belongs to the citizens of Makueni, not us. It doesn't belong to street people. That is to say, Muungano send a street lay person as a SG to come to this house. I will not allow that. I will protect that position. When I asked him to withdraw, it would have been proper, honorable members. Now that I've given an opportunity, and a member has made a remark and has offended you, and even when that member was speaking, there were 3 requests by other members, perhaps on points of order. And even the said member, Chair for Education, member for Kikumbulu, who is the leader of the minority, a seasoned member, would have also said, that being the case, Mr. Speaker, is it in order that when I was contributing, that Honorable Francis Munyao has objected my contribution, I would still have found Honorable Munyao to be out of order, to withdraw that act, apologize, or exit the chamber. You know, you can't be a member and you want to be a speaker. Have listened to both. There is no accusation procedurally on a point of order before me for Honorable Musa, Honorable Munyao, because my attention was on the left side following the contributions and the remarks, the lips of the member, so that then I can resonate with what he's saying and give directions. If he felt objected, he would have even stopped there and say, and before I proceed, Mr. Speaker, is it in order for so and so to do this? Now, what do you want me to do? To stop pursuing him when he's contributing and look around to who is consulting who? You make my work difficult. And the standing orders that you approved, they tell you when you're offended, raise on a point of order, point of objection, or point of information, or seek the indulgence of the chair. Please use the standing orders and the speaker will protect you. I was only interested in the remark that he made as the chairperson Committee on Education, not as the leader of the minority party. So Honorable SG, I hope you get it. Honorable Kalunda, that is my point. Now, if there is an issue about Honorable Musu, what is it that is not in order so that we deal with it? Is there a point of order? That when Honorable Chairperson Committee on Education, representing the chair, was making remarks, that he was interrupted. What is the point of order? Any? Is there a point of order? Go ahead. Go ahead. Okay, go ahead. Honorable Munyao, on that point of order. Strictly on that point of order. Clerk, we should have answered recorders on standby throughout the proceedings of the County Assembly. whatever reason, electricity or technical issue, we should proceed. The recorder should have been on standby by now. Proceed. Wherever you are, can you take a pen and write what every member answered is saying? If you can't record, take a pen and paper. Clerk and your team, can you take that composition and take it to answered? We will not wait. Just write what every member is saying. Proceed. Honorable Mwoki. Fair enough. So is it that you add Honorable Mutuku, or it is based on what Honorable Galonda said? Then therefore, that is not a point of order because you can't own it, you can't substantiate.
I withdraw. I can withdraw, Mr. Speaker.
Fair enough.
Thank you.
Fair enough. Honorable members, on the matter of committee's deliberations regarding the report on consideration of the nomination of County Bursary Committee members, the committee has indicated that they wish to proceed with the motion as it is on consideration of the committee members. Then we will, leader of the majority and leader of, order. Leader of the majority and minority, you can consult on a lower tone. You just proceed, it's allowed, but just lower your tone. Just lower your tone and conclude. It is important you are consulting for this house. Honorable members, the findings of the committee is that that the report on consideration of the nomination of County Bursary Committee members for the period 2024-27 should be prioritized. That the issues raised by honorable members during the tabling of the report will be addressed with the help of the County Bursary Committee once it is in place. And it's worth noting that the bursary checks have not been disbursed, and any issues raised should be considered separately to avoid delaying of the constitution of the Bursary Committee. That being the case, Chairperson, I direct you proceed and give the notice of motion. Huh? And I objected. Give the notice. You got the notice? And for further of record, then the notice is given, we proceed. Next order. Next one.
Number 7, statement.
Press the button. Go ahead. His answer, recorder. Proceed. Press the button. There's nothing. Proceed.
Tabling of the half-yearly progress report of the Committee on ICT Education and Internship for the period July to December 2024. Notice of motion shall be given as well. 4. Tabling of the report of the Budget and Appropriations Committee on the consideration of the 2024 Makueni County Budget Review and Outlook paper. Notice of motion shall be given. Statements. Response of the statement as requested by the member for Emali Mulala Ward regarding the report on the plot validation exercise conducted in Emali town. 2. Response to the statement as requested by the member for Hortensio Ward regarding the poor workmanship and incomplete works on Kwa Jones, Mwani Boys Road, Mwani Girls Road in Hortensio Ward. 3. Response to the statement as requested by the member for Nzawi Kilili Kalamba Ward regarding solid waste management in the county. Motions on that day. Motion for the adoption of the report of the Committee of Agriculture, Livestock, Fisheries and Cooperative Development on the implementation of flagship projects under the Department of Agriculture, Livestock, Fisheries and Cooperative Development conducted by the committee on 12th, 13th and 14th of September 2024. Second motion will be the motion for the adoption of the report of the Committee on Devolution, Public Participation, County Administration and Special Programs on the operation of the Makueni County Public Service Board. On Tuesday, 25th February 2025.
Order. Yes, what is it?
So, Honorable Speaker, on Tuesday, 25th February 2025, the morning plenary, there will be papers and notices as follows. 1. Tabling of the half-yearly progress report of the Committee on Health Services for the period July to December 2024. Notice of motion shall be given as well. 2. Tabling of the half-yearly progress report of the Committee on Agriculture, Livestock, Fisheries and Cooperative Development for the period July to December 2024, notice of motion shall be given as well. And 3, tabling of the half-yearly progress report of the Committee on Environment and Climate Change for the period July to December 2024, notice of motion shall be given as well. On statements, 1, response to the statement as requested by the member for Kadonzweni Ward regarding the delayed payment of hospital casual workers across the county. 2, response to the statement as was requested by the member for Kikumbulu South Ward regarding the operation of plowing and reaping tractor for Kikumbulu South Ward. Motions. Motion for the adoption of the report of the Budget and Appropriation Committee on the consideration of the 2024 Makueni County Budget Review and Outlook paper. 2. Motion for the adoption of the half-yearly progress report of the Committee on Water, Sanitation and Irrigation for the period July to December 2024. In the afternoon plenary, there will be papers and notices as follows. 1. Tabling of the half-yearly progress report of the Committee on Finance and Socio-Economic Planning for the period July to December 2024. Notice of motion shall be given as well. 2. Tabling of the half-yearly progress report of the Committee on Infrastructure, Transport, Public Works, Housing and Energy for the period July to December 2024. Notice of motion shall be given as well. 3, tabling of the half-yearly progress report for the Committee on Gender, Children, Youth, Sports and Social Services for the period July to December 2024. Notice of motion shall be given as well. 4, tabling of the half-yearly progress report of the Budget and Appropriations Committee for the period July to December 2024. Notice of motion shall be given as well. On statements, in the afternoon plenary of Tuesday, 1, response to the statement as requested by the member for Kilungu Ward regarding the impassable status of Kivani Road in Kilungu Ward. 2, response to the statement as requested by the member for Nguma Sumba Ward regarding the status of Ngulai Makasia Dispensary, Kwa Kinge, Kwa Lole, Vivi, Mukami, Udasio, Bulutine Dispensary, Gangani Road in Nguma Sumba Ward. 3, response to the statement number 44 of 2024 as requested by the member for Kadonzweni Ward regarding the non-implementation of Kitei Eyani Ball in Kadonzweni Ward. And 4, response to the statement number 45 of 2024 as requested on 2nd December 2024 by the member for Kadonzweni Ward regarding the management of the Kadonzweni Ward Participatory Poverty Eradication Program, the Ward Backhaul operations. Motion for the adoption of the half-yearly progress report of the Committee on Devolution, Public Participation, County Administration and Special Programs for the period July to December 2024. 2, motion for the adoption of the half-yearly progress report of the Committee on ICT, Education and Internship for the period July to December 2024. And Honorable Speaker, on Wednesday, 26th February 2025, it's proposed to have the following. 1, petitions. 1, response to the public petition by the residents of Chandulu, Ngumo Ward regarding the distribution of Chandulu Bohol water to Ndovoine and Siumele Sub-Ward. 2, response to the public petition by the Youth for Sustainable Development, Makueni chapter regarding actualizing the triple AQ framework in healthcare services in Makueni County. Papers and notices, tabling of the half-yearly progress report of the Committee on Lands, Urban Planning and Development for the period July to December 2024. Notice of motion shall be given. 2, tabling of the half-yearly progress report for the Committee on Trade, Marketing, Industry, Culture and Tourism for the period July to December 2024. Notice of motion shall be given. 3, tabling of the half-yearly progress report of the County Public Accounts Committee for the period July to December 2024. Notice of motion shall be given. Statements. Response to the statement from the Chairperson, Committee on Agriculture, Livestock, Fisheries and Cooperative Development as requested by the member for Hortensio Ward regarding the water tannery. 2, response to the statements requested by the member for Nzaui Kilili Kalamba Ward regarding the Kekuo irrigation scheme in Nzaui Kilili Kalamba Ward. Motions. There will be a motion for motion urging the County Executive Committee member in charge of lands to have the streets of Wote and other major towns within the county addressed by names. 2, there will be a motion for the adoption of the half-yearly progress report of the Committee on Health Services for the period July to December 2024. 3, motion for the adoption of the half-yearly progress report of the Committee of Agriculture, Livestock, Fisheries and Cooperative Development for the period July to December 2024. 4, motion for the adoption of the half-yearly progress report for the Committee on Environment and Climate Change for the period July to December 2024. Mr. Speaker, sir, there shall be a meeting of the Assembly Business Committee on Monday, 24th February 2025 at 9 a.m. And pursuant to the decision of that meeting, additional business may be scheduled to be transacted by the County Assembly during the week. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Member for Mlale Maliwat, request for a statement from Chairperson of Infrastructure. You are? Go ahead.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. The Speaker, sir, pursuant to the provision of Article 185(3) of the Constitution of Kenya 2010, Section 39(2) of County Government Acts 2012, revised 2020, and Standing Order 50 of Makueni County Assembly Standing Orders, I raised to request for a statement from the Chairperson Committee on Infrastructure, Transport, Public Works, and Housing and Energy regarding the delayed payment of plant operators in the county. The Speaker, sir, the plant operators in the Department of Infrastructure, Transport, and Public Works, Housing and Energy have downed their tools since mid-November 2024 due to the delayed payments of the allowances leading to rise of operations and works on the roads in the county. The Speaker, sir, the Chairperson should therefore clarify on the following. One, whether the department is aware that the plant operators have gone on strike due to mistreatment and delayed payment of allowances, hence works on various roads have stopped. Why the plant operators have not been paid their allowances for so long, leading to the strike. Number three, Honorable Speaker, provide a list of all plant operators who have been paid, clearly citing the duration of non-payment, the rate of payment of each operator and total amount all to each such operator. Number four, what actions have the department taken on the officers who caused the delay in paying the allowances and the plans the department has in place to ensure the problem does not recur. Number five, Honorable Speaker, to provide a list of all county machines for road works, indicating the registration numbers and the current operational status. Number six, and the last question on that statement, the plans the department has in place to repair all the non-operational machines. Give timelines when the same will be undertaken and concluded. Honorable Speaker and members, we have had several problems with the plant operators, Honorable Speaker, and the delayed payment of the allowances of these operators, Honorable Speaker, it has led to shoddy works by those officers because, Honorable Speaker, if you are not motivated, Honorable Speaker, you cannot perform your duties as per the expectations. So, Honorable Speaker, we request the Chairperson to...
Just a minute. What are you saying? Sorry, your leader of minority interrupted me.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I was saying, adding on my statement, Honorable Speaker, the reason our operators are doing shoddy jobs, because, Honorable Speaker, the Department of Roads and Infrastructure, Honorable Speaker, is one of the departments which has performed poorly, Honorable Speaker. One is because of the demotivation of staffs. Honorable Speaker, if those operators are not given or are not paid their allowances, then they are not motivated, Honorable Speaker. Hence, they shoddy jobs. So, Honorable Speaker, I request the Chair to respond on that statement. Thank you.
Chairperson, Committee on Transport.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Allow the committee to work within 14 days. Thank you.
Chair do so. Member for Thankaward. Request for statement, followed by a member for Nzau Kalamba.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I'm standing to request for a statement regarding the effect of oil spillage from the Kenya Pipeline Company Limited pipeline in Thange Ward. The Speaker, sir, pursuant to the provisions of Article 185(3) of the Constitution of Kenya 2010, Section 39(2) of the Makueni County Government Act 2012, revised 2020, and Standing Orders 50 of the Makueni County Assembly Standing Order, I raise to request for a statement from the Chairperson, Committee on environment, climate change, and regarding the effects of oil spillage from the Kenya Pipeline Company Limited pipe in Tange Ward. The Speaker, sir, in May 2015, there was a major oil spillage from the pipeline of Kenya Pipeline Company Limited in Kibwezi East Sub-County, which is currently Kambo Sub-County, including into the Tange River. The Speaker, sir, the oil spillage left devastating effects in the affected areas, including acidity in soil, lack of access to clean water, loss of agricultural produce, loss of livestock, and health complications. The Speaker, sir, the County Assembly Committee on Water, Irrigation and Environment, in report of April 2018 on the public petition by Tange farmers community regarding the oil spillage in Tange River in Tange Ward recommended, among others, that National Environmental Management Authority, that is NEMA, issues environmental restoration order within 2 weeks from the time of adoption of the report in 2018 to KPLC to restore environment to the original hydrological characteristics status, and that the Senate engages an independent experts beside the Society General surveillance to evaluate the extent of the pollution and to carry out an environmental, social, and economic impact assessment of the soil, of the oil spillage. If the report is considered if the report is considered to be adequately responded to the needs raised, then KPLC should consider leasing a parcel of land and relocate the affected resident as it does the remaining cleanup process. The Speaker, sir, arising from the effects, residents of Tange are unable to access clean water for domestic and livestock use due to pollution to bowls and near rivers. Cases of death of goats are on the rise, weathering of crops in farms, production of contaminated milk by cows, and rise in deaths with almost similar causes in the ward. The Speaker, sir, the effects of the oil spillage have changed the ways of life and is continuing to cause hardships in living within the ward, and the lack of communication and coordination among agencies managing the oil spill is posing a major challenge in mitigating effects. The Speaker, sir, there is a need for formation of a task force comprised of government and private sector agencies to manage the oil spillage effects, with recommendations for scientific and latest best practice towards the cleanup of the soil at Tange Ward. Provision of alternative long-term community water sources, creation of short-term alternative livelihood sources to enable the community to cope with the spill effects on their sustenance. The Speaker, sir, the chairperson should therefore clarify on the following. One, whether the department is aware of the long-term effects of the oil spillage on various aspects of life in Tange. Number two, Honorable Speaker, the actions the department has taken to ensure the relevant national county government agencies have put in place and implemented the necessary interventions measured to mitigate the effects of oil spillage and ensure continuity of life in the affected areas. The extent of implementation of the interventions measures and the plans to implement what has been implemented, and provide the status of the compensation to affected person, clearly showing the list of those already compensated, those yet to be compensated, and the reason for delay in compensation, and when such will be compensated. Honorable Speaker, this issue, I know each member in this assembly has heard about the oil spillage in Tange, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, we do burials on a daily basis. We are burying young mothers, we are burying mothers, we are burying kids. Honorable Speaker, some of the men in that areas, they have relocated, some to Nairobi, others to Mombasa, leaving young women, leaving kids to those areas, and they are dying. Honorable Speaker, a test was done by a private company, Spectrum Lab. And Honorable Speaker, grease and oil in the soil, we have 498 milligrams per liter, Honorable Speaker. Meaning, Honorable Speaker, the entire area, it is contaminated, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, to make the matters worse, Honorable Speaker, there was a ban by the department. I have a document, Honorable Speaker, by the then Department of Water and Environment. And I think, Honorable Speaker, by that time, I think you were the Speaker, you were the Waziri by then. I can't recall well, but I think.
You were, but I recall you are mentioned, but you were working at Kitui that time. Yes, you are right, you are right.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Speaker, there was a ban at that area that my people should not use that, the water around that area. Number two, Honorable Speaker, there was also a ban. Honorable Speaker, if you allow me, I want to read what the department banned in Thange. Honorable Speaker, there was a letter, reference MKN ALF HR 1 Volume 1 of 108, 2016, dated 16th January 2016, copy endorsed, you are issued total ban, Honorable Speaker, to stop further irrigation and crop farming and livestock grazing to the community living and alienated areas stretched 1,004 meters along and 240 meters wide along the direction of flow of Thange River from point of spillage, pending cleanup and environmental restoration, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, this was done in 2016. And the KPC used to bring my people food and water. Honorable Speaker, this stopped in the year 20, I can remember well, Honorable Speaker, this stopped in the year 2018. Honorable Speaker, those people, they don't have any source of water. They don't have lands to farm, which led to my people started using those lands and those waters in that area, Honorable Speaker. And that's the reason, Honorable Speaker, I'm telling you, I'm burying my people each day. In fact, Honorable Speaker, as we talk today in a place called Nzavoni, we have a burial today. Honorable Speaker, tomorrow there is another burial. Honorable Speaker, on Friday, we have another burial in a place called Kilongo, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, per day, we bury not less than 5 people in that area, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, KPC
how many people per day?
Sorry, Honorable Speaker, per week. In fact, Honorable Speaker, in my ward, in every week, we have a burial in that area, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, KPC was directed, and I have a report from NEM, Honorable Speaker. KPC was directed to do a ball. I want to just go to that point where they were directed by NEM, Honorable Speaker, and if you wish, I will table all these documents, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, KPC will fast track the sinking of a ball to provide a more permanent solution to water shortage to the people in Thange area. The meeting was informed that the proposed site for the ball is at Bulutine in Thange ward. Honorable Speaker, Bulutine was not affected. So they were supposed to do a ball. And this, Honorable Speaker, was February of 2018. Up to date, we don't have that ball. My people are tagging the contaminated water. And Honorable Speaker, the report is very much detailed. This acidity for, I've told you, milligram per liter, that is 498, that is grease and oil. For lead, Honorable Speaker, it is 193. This is another one for grease, 182. Those are different areas in that area, Honorable Speaker. So, Honorable Speaker, we have had in other areas in this country where such things, such happenings, when they happen, solutions are given very fast. Why is it that, Honorable Speaker, my people of Thanke Ward, since 2016 up to date, Honorable Speaker, they are taking contaminated water, the animals, Honorable Speaker, some of the cows, when you milk, you get something like a powder from, instead of a milk, you get something like a powder, Honorable Speaker. This thing is very serious, Honorable Speaker. And Honorable Speaker, we have several cases. I know we have a case in court, Honorable, which is awaiting a judgment. But because I don't want to dwell on the court issue, Honorable Speaker. What I want us to dwell on, Honorable.
As you conclude, because the committee will interrogate this matter, so that your points, you also give them to the committee as opposed to the House.
Yes, conclude, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, this is my prayer. I love my people so much. I love my women in that area. I love those kids. I love those who are there who are in Thanke area, Honorable Speaker, where this oil spillage took place. Honorable Speaker, I pray with your directives. I know, Honorable Speaker, you are one of the best performing speakers in the country. So, Honorable Speaker, take lead, take charge, so that my people can get justice. Thank you.
Chairperson. Honorable members, in the interest of time, Honorable Mudoka, you may have a point. Member for Thanke, you have given me a lot of explanation. Unfortunately, I will not go to Thanke, and that information you have given me may not be useful. So when you raise a statement, much debate may not help. But find more time in the committee to canvass your business and sort the matter, including the committee visiting. So whatever we are saying will not contribute to a vote. Ultimately, the chair will say 40 days, 21 days. So whatever we say is lost. Chairperson? What is your concern, member for Lima? But take note that it may, 3 minutes too much, I will give you a minute.
I heard the member of Thanke, and it is true, the people of Thanke are really have suffered. What I'm wondering is this issue has been occasionally in the papers. I understand from other records this issue is being handled by the Senate. Up to yesterday, the senator was there trying to investigate the same matter because the matter in court. I don't know. Could you make your clarification whether also as a committee, we can now come in on a matter which is also being handled from the court, on a matter which is being handled by the Senate, which seems to be a bit, I think it's a matter of clarification. It has become a public issue and how to cry. Yes.
Chairperson? Operate your microphone.
Thank you. Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Speaker, I was saying I believe 30 days will be fair enough to handle this matter.
Chairperson, I've heard the request of the statement. He has quoted deaths. This matter is in public knowledge. It's a community concern. It is fair that you pick this matter from his history and the current situation, and therefore I direct you deal with that matter. I think 30 days would be too much. We'll be on recess. You know, we are discussing death threats. He's not a contractor and culverts. So if you could take maximum of 21 days would be fair, but you should propose to visit the site as well. Seek information from Kenya Pipeline, from the executive committee member. Should you want to interrogate me, you are free to do so. As a former executive committee member, and I was deeply involved in this matter, including the borehole, not to mention that there is a dam that was surveyed by yours truly and my leadership at the confluence of Thanke River and another stream across the road, which you have not prioritized in the flagship project. So when you will see together, which was meant to serve Maswangaleni and Thange Ward. So when you will find it necessary to lobby, you will have it in 8-quarter projects. But in the interim, I think you're okay with the fence, electric fence. Go ahead.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, just that you had indicated that the chairperson will either respond with 14 days or so. That's why you probably wouldn't speak much. But you know, you and I and even this assembly are not new to this matter. And I am glad the request of the statement, the member for Thange, is speaking excerpts from a report prepared by this committee and adopted by this assembly. And I know you know it's a very complex matter. Definitely multi-sectoral, involving both levels of government, involving different departments, because when the member raises issues of deaths, Honorable Speaker, is not a light matter, because there should be lab results. And I even remember, Mr. Speaker, if I remember very well, this assembly has some of the water that was tabled to this assembly. It's stored somewhere in this assembly as part of evidence on what was happening. And therefore, Honorable Speaker, even right from looking at the implementation of the recommendations of the petition that was before this assembly, engaging the various departments, Honorable Speaker, I will take your 21 days, but we will take it as serious as it's supposed to be. Thank you.
Fair enough, endeavor to do so. Member Fonzao Klikalambot.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, sir, pursuant to the provisions of Article 185, Sub-Article 3 of the Constitution of Kenya 2010, Section 39, Sub-Article 2 of the County Governments Act 2012, revised 2020, and Standing Order 50 of the Makueni County Assembly Standing Orders, I rise to request for a statement from the Chairperson Committee on Lands, Urban Planning and Development regarding the blockage of a public toilet by a private developer at Kilili Market in Zawikili, Kalamba Ward. The Speaker, sir, as a private developer has erected structures on either sides of a public toilet, which serves the Kilili Market, hence completely blocking the toilet, and rendering it inaccessible to the market dwellers and goers. The Speaker, sir, the public toilet was constructed by the, in fact, County Council of Makueni and has been serving the market since then. So, Speaker, sir, the chairperson should therefore clarify on the following. One, whether the department is aware that the public toilet has been blocked by structures erected by the private developer. Then two, if yes, what actions has the department taken to ensure the public toilets made accessible to the members of the public? And then three, is that whether the county government approved the building plans or the structures constructed around the public toilet. Probably they should attach approval documents issued, if any. And then four, provide the plot numbers and sizes of the plots where the constructed structures sit. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Chairperson, come to your lands. Say lands or trade? Lands, urban planning. Chairperson, come to your lands and urban planning.
Mr. Speaker, I want to know if it's in order for my member to request a statement. And also, you clarify if this matter belongs to this committee, Mr. Speaker.
Member Fonzao Klikalamba.
Mr. Speaker, I have no problem because I'm an interested party. I have an interest in this matter. I will just withdraw from the committee when they are dealing with such a matter. Thank you.
Chairperson.
Mr. Speaker, you never made the clarification I requested because, Mr. Speaker, I don't think we deal with with the issues of sanitations. Mr. Speaker, can that be clarified, Mr. Speaker?
Honorable Jai, is, from what I'm saying, that looks like it's a matter of planning. Is it a matter of a toilet or is it a matter of encroaching and planning?
So, Speaker, I've clearly talked about encroachment.
Chairperson?
The issue is clearly on us. So, Mr. Speaker, 14 days, be okay?
Fair enough. Next order.
Order number 8, Committee of the Whole Assembly to consider the Makueni County Agricultural Training Center Bill 2024, Makueni County Assembly Bill number 2 of 2024, resumption of Committee of the Whole Assembly.
Honorable members, besides the motion of the Committee of the Whole Assembly, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Now, clerk, when you list 11 motions, 12 motions, when yesterday we had 2 motions. And on Monday we had 2. So you see, you are also taking us round and round and round. That being the case, to direct that fairly distribute the motions so that we have sufficient business for every day to clear these pending motions. Honorable members, we have a committee of the whole house. Depending on the time, because now time is 4, we may consider 1 or 2 motions before we proceed to the last portion, which is altercation of the calendar for the House to adjourn today and resume on Monday next week to pave way for the General Assembly meeting to be held tomorrow at KICC, Nairobi. And therefore, it is important that we observe quorum to conclude the business of the Committee of the Whole and then the adjournment motion. The House now dissolves the Committee of the Whole Assembly to consider the bill. Chairman.
Honorable members, we are now in the Committee of the Whole Assembly considering the Makueni County Agricultural Training Bill, Center Bill 2024, the Makueni County Assembly Bill number 2 of 2024. Clerk.
Clause 7.
I now propose the question that Clause 7 be part of the bill. The floor is open for Clause 7. Chairperson, Committee of Agriculture. We are in Clause 7. Chair, we can guide you. Okay. Yes, there.
Thank you, Ms. Thank you, Chair. Mr. Chairman, I beg to move the following amendment, that clause 7 be amended by inserting the words with approval of the County Assembly after the word governor.
I now propose that the clause 7 be amended as proposed. The floor is open. Any member willing to contribute? I now put the question that clause 7 be amended as proposed. Will as many of these opinions say aye? Aye. Will as many of our contrary opinions say nay? The ayes have it. I now propose the question that clause 7 as amended be part of the bill. Any member willing to contribute? I now put the question that clause 7 as amended be part of the bill. Will as many of these opinions say aye? Aye. Will as many of our contrary opinions say nay? The ayes have it. Clerk?
Clauses 8, 9, 10, and 11.
I now propose the question that clauses 8, 9, 10, and 11 be part of the bill. The floor is open for debate. I now put the question that clauses 8, 9, 10, and 11 be part of the bill. Will as many of these opinions say aye? Aye. Will as many of our contrary opinions say nay? The ayes have it. Clerk?
Clause 12.
I now propose the question that the clause 12 be part of the bill. The floor is open for debate. Chairperson, Committee on Agriculture, Livestock, Fisheries, and Cooperative Development.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I beg to move the following amendments, that clause 12 be amended by inserting new paragraphs, H and I, reading H and I, reading H, if a member has been found in accordance with any law to have misused or abused a state office or public office shall be deemed to have contravened Chapter 6 of the Constitution of Kenya 2010. And I, a member has been undijudged, bankrupt. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
I now propose the question that clause 12 be amended as proposed. The floor is open. I now put the question that clause 12 be amended as proposed. Will as many of these opinions say aye? Aye. Will as many of our contrary opinions say nay? The ayes have it. I now propose that question, the question that clause 12 be amended, be part of the bill. The floor is open. I now put the question that clause 12 as amended be part of the bill. Will as many of these opinions say aye? Aye. Will as many of our contrary opinions say nay? The ayes have it. Clerk.
Clauses 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, and 23.
I now propose the question that clauses 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, and 23 be part of the bill. The floor is open for debate. I now put the question that clauses 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, and 23 be part of the bill. Will as many of these opinions say aye? Aye. Will as many of our contrary opinions say nay? The ayes have it. Clerk.
Schedule.
I now propose the question that the schedule be part of the bill. The floor is open. I now put the question that the schedule be part of the bill. Will as many of these opinions say aye? Aye. Will as many of our contrary opinions say nay? The ayes have it. Clerk.
Clause 2.
I now propose the question that clause 2 be part of the bill. The floor is open. I now put the question that clause 2 be part of the bill. Will as many of these opinions say aye? Aye. Will as many of our contrary opinions say nay? The ayes have it. Clerk.
The title.
I now propose the question that the title be part of the bill. The floor is open for debate. I now put the question that the title be part of the bill. Will as many of these opinions say aye? Will as many of our contrary opinions say nay? The ayes have it, clerk.
Clause 1.
I now propose the question that clause 1 be part of the bill. The floor is open for debate. I now put the question that clause 1 be part of the bill. Will as many of these opinions say aye? Will as many of our contrary opinions say nay? The ayes have it. I now call upon the chairperson, Committee on Agriculture, Livestock, Fisheries and Cooperative Development to report to the Assembly. Chairperson, Committee of Agriculture.
Thank you, Chair. I beg to move the following motion, which is that this committee do now report to the Assembly on its deliberation on the Makueni County Agricultural Training Center, Bill 2024, Makueni County Assembly Bill number 2 of 2024, and its approval thereof with amendments.
Thank you, Chair. Thank you, Chair. I propose the question at this Assembly that this committee do now report to the Assembly on its deliberation on the Makueni County Agricultural Training Center Bill 2024, the Makueni County Assembly Bill number 2 of 2024, and its approval thereof with amendments. I put the question that this committee do now report to the Assembly on its deliberation on the Makueni County Agricultural Training Center Bill 2024, the Makueni County Assembly Bill number 2 of 2024, and its approval thereof with amendments. Will as many of these opinions say aye? Will as many of our contrary opinions say nay? The ayes have it. Honorable members, now we have come to the end of the committee of the whole Assembly. Therefore, we'll proceed with the whole House business.
Honorable members, I now call the chairperson of the Committee of the Whole House to report the progress of the Assembly.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, sir, I beg to report that the Committee of the Whole Assembly has considered the Makueni County Agricultural Training Center Bill 2024, that is the Makueni County Assembly Bill number 2 of 2024, and has approved the same with amendments.
Move of the motion.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. So Speaker, sir, I beg to move the following motion, which is that the Makueni County Agricultural Training Center Bill 2024, Makueni County Assembly Bill number 2 of 2024, be now read a third time. So Speaker, we have done a lot of consideration of this bill, Mr. Speaker, and I'll just move to the executive summary. So Speaker, during the 51st sitting of the County Assembly, held on 18th June 2024, the Makueni County Agricultural Training Center Bill 2024 was introduced to the County Assembly by way of first reading, and the Committee of the Committee on Agriculture, Livestock, Fisheries, and Corporate.
Chairperson, you are reading the wrong thing. Console the table.
Sorry. Apology.
Go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The Speaker, sir, I beg to move that this Assembly do agree with the Committee of the whole Assembly in the said report. And I call upon the Honorable Member Josephine Mwasa to second the motion. Thank you.
Honorable members, I propose a question that the Assembly do agree with the Committee of the whole Assembly on the said report. Floor is open. Mover of the motion. Honorable members, I put the question which the Assembly do agree with the Committee of the whole Assembly on the said report. Will as many as of this opinion say aye? Will as many as of a contrary opinion say aye? The ayes have it. Next order. For next order? Eh? Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many as of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Next order.
Order number 9, motion. The Makueni County Agricultural Training Center Bill 2024, Makueni County Assembly Bill number 2 of 2024. Order for third reading.
Chairperson.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, sir, I beg to move the following motion, which is that the Makueni County Agricultural Training Center Bill 2024, Makueni County Assembly Bill number 2 of 2024 be now read a third time. Mr. Speaker, as I had earlier said, during the 51st sitting of the County Assembly here on 18th June 2024, the Makueni County Agricultural Training Center Bill 2024 was introduced to the County Assembly by way of first reading and Committee of the Committee on Agriculture, Livestock, Fisheries, and Cooperative Development, pursuant to the provisions of Standing Order 145, Sabbatical 1. Subsequently, the committee engaged the legal department of the County Assembly, the members of the public through request for submission of memoranda, filed an advert dated 12th July 2024, and the County Executive Committee member for Agriculture, Livestock, Fisheries, and Cooperative Development to gather their input on the bill. So, Speaker, the committee...
Order, Chairperson. You are reading the wrong motion. In third reading, you need to be guided by the table.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. As members have realized, I'm really confused. I must admit, because, Mr. Speaker, I have very bad news from my ward. I'll talk about it later. So, Mr. Speaker, I just beg your pardon. So, Speaker, I beg to move the following motion, which is that the Makueni County Agricultural Training Center Bill 2024, Makueni County Assembly Bill number 2 of 2024, be now read at that time. I request the member for Josephine Mwasa to second the motion.
Seconder. Honorable members, I propose a question that the Makueni County Agricultural Training Bill 2024, which is the Makueni County Assembly Bill number 2 of the year 2000 now be read third reading. Floor is open. Any member wish to contribute? None. Mover of the motion. Honorable leader, honorable former leader of the majority. Well, you are leader of a party. You can't bow to your motion. Oh. It's not working. You cannot just bow to your motion.
Thank you for support, Mr. Speaker.
I put the question of Makueni County Agricultural Training Center Bill 2024, which is Makueni County Assembly Bill number 2 of the year 2004, be now read third reading. As many as of that opinion say aye. As many as of a contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. Clerk.
The Makueni County Agricultural Training Center Bill 2024, and bill for an act of the County Assembly of Makueni to provide for a legal framework for the establishment and administration of the Makueni Agricultural Training Center to ensure provision of specialized and quality agricultural education, training and auxiliary services, and for connected purposes. Third reading.
Honorable members, the Makueni County Agricultural Training Bill 2024, Makueni County Assembly Bill number 3 of 2024, is now approved by the County Assembly. I direct the clerk to convey the resolution of the County Assembly on this bill to His Excellency the Governor for assent and operationalization of this bill. Honorable members, we have some 30 minutes or 45, 40 minutes to go. If we can agree and consider sit up to 5 and reduce the number of motions that we have. Is that in order? Leader of the majority?
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, considering that we have a very important motion on alteration of the calendar, Honorable Speaker, I request that you may use your powers and go to that motion, then we can still continue with the others, especially the one on the I don't know if it's in the order paper, but the one on the committees for the bursary, because it's becoming hot and we want to resolve it. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Fair enough. My question is that we have quorum? How many members? We have 17 members. I've asked you, honorable members, do we consider, we have 40 minutes to go. Do we consider 2 motions? The last motion is just a put question. This is our business, so we have quorum. Why don't we just consider it? as fast as possible because this is a backlog of business that has been carried forward by November. So whips, please, if there are members outside, ask them to do so. And then Minority Whip, member for Thange, we have given him a lot of time to discuss Thange issues, and immediately has exited. You know, when you want assistance of the House, you also try and stay for 5 minutes. Next order.
Order number 10, motion. The report of the Committee on Delegated County Legislation on the Public Finance Management, County Assembly of Makueni Catering and Health Services Scheme Fund Regulations 2024. Resumption of debate interrupted today, 18th February 2025 at 9:30 a.m.
As Honorable Member, there's a resumption of debate. A motion was moved by Honorable Joseph Bintio, seconded by General Akimongo. A question was proposed. Honorable Mwoki on a point of order, and debate was interrupted. The motion proceeds. This is the motion on the Makueni County report of the Committee on Delegated on Public Finance Management, which is the County Assembly Catering Health Services. County Assembly Health Services. The regulations of cafeteria. The floor is open for debate. Mover of the motion.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I think in contribution to that motion, I don't support that motion. The reason why I don't support that motion, I've tried to do an analysis of the current economic status in this country. And looking at the way things are difficult at the moment, running that particular cafeteria is going to be a very hectic job, and it's going to be actually a very expensive affair. In the contrary, I look at it from the angle of why can't we be able to rent out or to give out this particular asset to an outsider who can run it independently for the good of the people of the county assembly, as opposed to involving ourselves directly as a county assembly, because this is going to become very tedious. It's going to become very hectic. And we are looking at a situation whereby we can lower our operation cost, we can lower the time investment within that particular investment, and that's so. It's going to become even easier. Look at the wage bill. It's going to capture, or it's going to attract a wage bill. That wage bill, in the event that thing is not working out, it boils down back to our own budget. Because you cannot keep people there and you fail to pay them if the cafeteria is not taking care of their costs. So I am somehow not actually reluctant. I'm somehow not comfortable with it being run internally, for it's likely to become actually a heavy burden to this particular institution. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir.
Proceed.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I also am opposed to this motion, Honorable Speaker. Just to join hands with Bishop, when you look at the wage bill, Honorable Speaker, for this assembly, it denies a lot of services to members and members of staff, Honorable Speaker, when we have another load to do with the cafeteria, Honorable Speaker. And cafeterias can be run according to your pockets, Honorable Speaker. We can live within our means, Honorable Speaker. I would wish we live within our means. We need to commercialize this cafeteria, Honorable Speaker, so that even the quality of food in the cafeteria is up to the standards, Honorable Speaker. Sometimes we even eat because you cannot skip a meal, Honorable Speaker. The standard is way too low, Honorable Speaker, because it is a very different basis, Honorable Speaker, when you are doing the business here, Honorable Speaker. I would wish if it is possible, Honorable Speaker, we drop this motion and have somebody given this job competitively. We can have competitive bids, Honorable Speaker, for people to run this cafeteria, Honorable Speaker. And I was at the Senate with the Honorable Chair for PAC, Honorable Speaker. And the Senate were very clear that they don't need to have the cafeteria being run by this assembly, Honorable Speaker. And even the Senator from Makueni has always been standing with the same sentiments, Honorable Speaker, that we need to have that cafeteria being commercialized. Members here have their pockets, Honorable Speaker. They have deep pockets here, Honorable Speaker. We can have those meals and any other service around the cafeteria going up to match the standards we want for an assembly, Honorable Speaker. This is a very honorable house, Honorable Speaker. And we don't have to have too many clashes with an wage bill, which could have been taken care of by a commercial provider, Honorable Speaker. And that way we will have helped the people of Makueni, because we will dedicate the monies to where they are expected to give an impact, Honorable Speaker. Since we have the structure around, Honorable Speaker, and we have everything around there, Honorable Speaker, I have been involved in hiring of even hotels, Honorable Speaker. When you hire a hotel, you even include the goodwill. And that means the assembly can make some money. We can even make some money to do some CSR out of this cafeteria, Honorable Speaker, other than us spending monies which could have been injected in other services, Honorable Speaker. I have seen a lot of struggles sometimes in this assembly where basic commodities are not available because the budget is well constrained, Honorable Speaker. So it could have been in the best interests of the people of Makueni and this assembly, Honorable Speaker, to commercialize this, and we help the people who work around here, Honorable Speaker. Even the members of staff here have enough monies to pay for these services. So even if we want to say we want to commercialize and we increase the rates by even 50%, even 100%, everybody here will be comfortable in paying up for the same. Because here, the dignity of this assembly must be kept even when we go to the assembly cafeteria. But when you go there, sometimes, Honorable Speaker, you are not even able to meet some of the needs there. Because the food, the people who are making the meals, Honorable Speaker, and the drinks, Honorable Speaker, they are not looking at the market. They are only looking at their conveniences, Honorable Speaker. Sometimes people are not satisfied with the services because the standards here are just because we are here to be paid a salary at the end of the month. But we need a cafeteria which is going to make money for the service provider and to give the best quality services for members and also members of staff, Honorable Speaker. And that way we will have helped the people. Considering and bearing in mind that I have served in the committee on PAC for a long time, and the audit query on this cafeteria has always been there. And the audit query, to sort it, you have to commercialize this cafeteria. We don't need to pump more monies into this cafeteria, Honorable Speaker. And I wish members, you support us in this by making sure that this report and this motion doesn't sail through as it is, Honorable Speaker. We have to amend that motion, Honorable Speaker, to befit the needs of the people here and the needs of the members of staff to make sure that this assembly is served with dignity and also serving with the best standards of the market, Honorable Speaker. So that is my wish, and I wish members you come up and you speak on this matter, and we support that side of saying no. Otherwise, if they do not amend this motion, it should not pass the test of today, Honorable Speaker. And that way we will have helped the people of Makueni. I understand the commercial bit. I know many of the members and leadership of this assembly may not tally with what I have acknowledged. But I can tell you, the Honorable Leader of Majority and everybody here, if we rethink about this cafeteria, it is going to help both the people and also service providers around here. We have too many people here who can be given these competitive bids and they can serve this assembly. But many people may not agree to what I'm proposing, but the best proposal for this assembly, bearing in mind, as I have said, the Senate reports and OAG reports, Honorable Speaker, they are saying it should be commercialized. Assembly should not be spending more money to pull into this project, Honorable Speaker, because it is not sustainable enough. Well, when it comes to payment of staff, we'll get to a point where we may even need 20 more staff. Where are we going to get the monies to pay 20 members of staff? Bearing in mind whatever we have in, and you've seen the budgets are exploding, Honorable Speaker. So I would wish members will stand firm, make this assembly not lose more money, make this assembly be dignified, let members who attend to these plenary sittings and any other business of this assembly pay for what they are entitled to. And that way we will have to help the people of Makueni. Every member here is given an imprest. The word imprest and also the imprest within the assembly. Honorable Speaker, let's spend these monies to include those issues within ourselves. Thank you, Honorable Speaker, and I wish members to give a big no if they don't stand up and amend this motion. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Member for Nzakika.
Mr. Speaker, thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I'm opposed to this motion. Mr. Speaker, simply because the cost involved in running the canteen cannot be sustained. Actually, to say the least, it is a practice all over. I've been to US, I've been to Israel, I've been to some other countries, Mr. Speaker. All the canteens are rented. They are never run by the assemblies. And this has been a question. It is a burden. You know, we have to pay those people salaries. We have to pay their gratuity. We have to pay a lot of things. That is why we are being strained. So, Mr. Speaker, I'm totally opposed. Let it be rendered. Thank you.
Honorable Walk.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. The Speaker, I stand to oppose the motion as it is. I need fish, Mr. Speaker. I get it, Mr. Speaker, because it has been prescribed for me to be taking fish, not red meat, not other things, Mr. Speaker. So, Mr. Speaker, I oppose the motion in totality, Mr. Speaker. Even the regulations I oppose in totality. We need to amend so that we can give room for leasing the cafeteria to a business person, hotelier, somebody who's an hotelier, a teleman, hotelier, Mr. Speaker, so that we can get the best services and reduce the cost of running the cafeteria. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Mwaki, the motion at hand, the vote will be on whether to establish regulations to run the cafeteria, but there is no option. You can't amend now unless you bring a motion. Now, the current operation as it is has been questioned, so it cannot continue. So there is no amendment. It is either you oppose or you support it, and then once we oppose, it is not approved, we will go to the new model that members would wish to. That's it.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I started by opposing the motion. So it is on record that I am opposing, Mr. Speaker. I'm not for the motion. Thank you.
Very well. Mover of the motion. Mover of the motion. Member for Elima. You have done is historical. The report was adopted by a committee which you are president and you are member number 3.
I mentioned, Mr. Speaker, I mentioned at the start of my statement. So in this context, I'm bound to change my mind, being a dynamic person, depending on how the world is heading and how the economic standards are heading to. That does not mean if I appear at that time, I remain stagnant. I am open to information, knowledge, consultative kind of forums, and what have you. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir.
The best practice would have been first declaring that you are a member of this committee. Two, you participated in adoption of this report, because I can note that you attended the meeting. In attendance were 11 members. All members were present, and there was no absent with apology. Then thirdly, you will say, much as I attended, then I've changed the position. But from where you began, and this is not meant for you, it's for every other member. If you change your position, you must make a background, because the motion we are voting for, it is a decision of committee membership. For any member to reverse the decision, then you must make a background to it. It's not a U-turn. Yes. But your right is guaranteed, but the procedure on how to execute it. Should you decline to agree with the rest of the members, then it should be come out as a dissenting opinion, unlike the rest, that whereas the rest recommended approval, you declined. Fair enough. Mover of the motion? You are? Mover of the motion? Honorable Chalo Mumo, Honorable Estangila, Honorable Brian Zoka, Honorable Tivu Mutua, Honorable Kimongo, Honorable Stephen Zivo, Honorable Sebastian Muli, Elizabeth Kawembe, Bodiani Mwangangi, Joseph Bintio. Proceed.
Oh, thank you. Honorable Speaker.
Please, and then after some time you feel that you want to revert to self-operations, what instruments will you use? According to the Senate Public Accounts Committee, is you either have regulations or lease. So approving the regulations does not mean that you will not lease. But without the regulations, should you want to move from the lease to something else, then it's not possible. You have to lease and lease and lease. However, I hear the concerns of the mover of the motion. I hear the concerns of Honorable Elizabeth Muthike, which are procedural. It's unlikely that a motion will be voted without the strength of stakeholders' engagement, and therefore I defer to put the questions on this particular motion until our next sitting as the Speaker will advise. Next order, I would direct that we proceed to order number order number 18.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I have looked at my watch, and it is saying 3 minutes to time. And bearing in mind that a motion must be moved and then seconded for it to be completely a motion, it begs the question whether the next motion will really have been moved within the 2 minutes which is remaining. Or if it is the procedural motion, that's fine. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable. Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I beg to move the following motion. That pursuant to standing order that 1-4, the Assembly resolves to alter this calendar.
Order, member clerk, read the order.
Order number 18, motion, alteration of the calendar for regular sessions 2025.
Move of the motion, we have 5 minutes to go.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I beg to move the following motion. That pursuant to the standing order that 1-4, this Assembly resolves to alter its calendar for regular sessions 2025 to adjourn today, that Tuesday, 18 February 2025, and resume its sittings on Monday, 24th February 2025. Honorable Speaker, the Assembly received a notice through your office. The notice was issued on 28th January 2025 by the County Assembly's Forum of a special General Assembly's meeting to be held tomorrow, Wednesday, 19th, through to Thursday, 21st February 2025. The general issues affecting MCS are many. Our dignity is under siege. Honorable Speaker, this meeting is very necessary to this MCS, and it has become a contemporary norm to oppress MCS, and it's now time we speak in one voice and loudly so. So, Honorable Speaker, I urge the members to support this motion so that we may attend this meeting and add our voice to the voice of the other MCS in the country. So, Honorable Speaker, I now call upon Honorable Minority Leader to second this motion.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I stand to second the motion.
Take note of the time that you noted.
I've realized my phone was not up to standard, but I'm still within time. Honorable Speaker, I want to second the motion, and I wish members to give a big yes. It's a good opportunity.
Honorable members, I propose the question that pursuant to the standing order number 31 for the Assembly resolves to allow the calendar regular session 2025 to adjourn today, Tuesday, 18th of February 2025, and resume its sitting on Monday, 24th of February 2025. Floor is open. Mover of the motion.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I now thank the members and wish that you may proceed to put the question. Thank you.
And I'll put the question that pursuant to the standing order number 31, paragraph 4, the Assembly resolves to alter its calendar for regular session 2025 to adjourn today, Tuesday, 8th of February 2025, and resume its sitting on Monday, 24th February 2025. Last many, so that opinion say aye. Last many of contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. Honorable members, some confirmation to make that one. You are required for the General Assembly at KICC tomorrow. All participants will be seated at 9 a.m. sharp. Therefore, please propose to attend the meeting. The General Assembly is the assembly for all members of the County Assembly in the Republic of Kenya from all the wards. And as the leader of the majority has indicated, there are critical matters that cross-cut for all 47 county assemblies, and therefore your participation is required to get the progress and participate on the deliberations that will happen. Details on this meeting will be shared via our WhatsApp official platform. I wish you a safe travel. Honorable members, take note that traveling is today, therefore safe travel this evening. Honorable members, before then, if you are leader of the county assembly, please, and you arrive at 10:30, don't bother the sergeant at arms to get you a seat. Just sit somewhere. If you want to sit where the majorities and minorities are sitting and whips, be there in advance. Yes. Honorable members, dress code is you are members of the county assembly, you are going for a general assembly sitting. I mean, you should be formal. Although this is not a retreat. Honorable member, this is not a retreat. You can't appear there on casual shoes, or jeans, or a walking stick. Honorable members, time now being 17:00 hours, stands adjourned until Monday, 24th of February 2012 at 14:30 hours.